Literally. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not just another episode.
A bonus episode.
It is just a regular episode.
It's a regular episode.
I'm Bobby.
I'm Jam.
Thank you. I'm Jam. You sound like Paris Hilton for a second.
I'm Jam.
Have you ever really heard her voice, though?
Her real one?
It's insane to me how
I
she's
picture
like...
a man voice.
Oh, no, she's like... So anyway, yeah. So then I was like, I'm going to Britney's party. She knows when to cut in and out. I'm like, you're kind of genius, but you're kind of psychotic. I don't know.
I remember you were obsessed with her a couple years back. I do remember this now. You kept playing it for me when she was on a talk show of like her normal voice.
I feel like I need this right here. I want us to just react. And I know everybody's probably seen it by now.
I don't know if I have.
Yes, you have.
Oh, that's why I have it typed in.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
It's like she doesn't know why.
Wait, is this?
MTG never knows why she's there.
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Baby girl.
Okay. So we insult the eyelashes.
Yeah, which is like what?
Racist white lady to a black woman. Got it.
Wonder what that's
Weird.
about.
Listen.
Order.
I would like to move to take down Miss Greene's words.
Then we get our girl.
AOC's like,
That is
what?
absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down. Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are going to move and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
So
I believe she
Chair
apologized.
recognizes-
No.
Now, can we just, I just want to say this really quick. These are coworkers. Can you imagine seeing this bitch out and being like, you cunt, I fucking hate you. But they're allowed to say it, kind of. It's like, I can't really do that to my coworkers necessarily. But
I wish we could.
Honestly, I'd be like, stop talking to me.
I have things to say.
If I was representing actually, it's kind of fun being a senator or a House representative person because you literally
district.
you're just fighting for something that you think you are, but you really just make your own interests, and then you just fight for no reason, and it's great, and then you get paid.
You're talking about random bullshit. As long as you bring, a few $1 million back to the district, you'll get reelected.
You'll be fine. It's just like Handmaid's Tale
Incumbents always win. Yeah.
Perry, okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized.
This right here.
I'm not apologizing.
Well, then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
stretching your
object.
words.
I am
You're
not
not
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman,
What?
the minority.
Pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not.
Out of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to strike those words as well.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Here we go.
Bleach-Blonde.
Who's
It's me.
Miss Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach-blonde, bad-built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Look at her face. She looks like she knows. She knows what she
I make a
did.
motion to strike those words.
I don't
She
think
knows
that's
what she
a
did.
Parliament.
Trying to find clarification on.
I died when I didn't know that was coming. So I'm like, oh, this
I
is
didn't
crazy.
at all. I
And
kept watching. I was like, oh, it's Marjorie Taylor Greene being crazy. And then I was like, she said
So,
what?
'cause they were like-
Bleach-Blonde, bad built butch body.
So they're saying like,
We need shirts. Honey, we need shirts
Now.
for New York City.
oh, we're making that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we're making that shit. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Write it down.
We're
Keep it
making
here.
shirts,
You heard it
like,
here first. I've actually been on a
necessary.
kick, and I'm actually making some pretty cool shirts.
I can tell, like this one.
Well, this
I
is,
love
I didn't
this
make this one, but okay. I bought this
you
one.
didn't?
No.
It
But
just matches your tattoo naturally?
it's the used.
Oh, because it is the used.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know the used put it out. Oh, so I do love the used.
Yeah, he always says free Palestine.
I thought you were making a shirt and you
he
wanted
was
the
saying
used.
free Palestine in 2016.
Right.
Okay.
He's an OG.
OG Palestinian. Now,
Palestiniante.
what was I doing though?
You were looking up something relating to the fight in the Congress halls. Bleach-Blonde, bad-built butch body. You were looking up. You didn't know that they were fighting about that. Weren't expecting that.
Yeah, but that's,
Dictator for.
Blonde, bad-built butch body. Bleach-blonde, bad-built butch body. Bleach-blonde, bad-built butch body. Butch body. Butch body. Butch body. Butch body.
so we have the new banger of the summer.
I want to listen to that,
I
actually.
kinda-
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
That line for me I was like,
she was waiting
she
for
should
that.
be president.
She was waiting for
and
that
she quietly
moment.
did it appropriate. She didn't just shout it out. She was like, point of order.
Well, she just wants to
and
be
she
clear.
didn't attack her. She
No.
said, if someone were to say,
because they didn't want to strike the eyelash thing. So she's like,
Right.
so if somebody would say like,
Bleach-Blonde, bad built, butch body,
would that be acceptable?
Would that be acceptable?
It's like
everyone knows who she's talking about, and she does have a fucking butch body.
bitch.
She looks like
the minute
someone's
I heard that, I was like,
pretend lesbian mom from high school. You know what I mean? Those soccer moms where they're like, yeah, you have a husband and 4 kids, but what happened to your body?
but yeah,
what is this?
To me, it's giving
It's
me. I
butch.
work out all the time, but I'm still
but not the right
chubby
way
or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
I don't.
It doesn't look like she works out at all.
Or maybe she's.
I know
just,
she's fucking that trainer, but like
Yeah, that ruined her. Yeah.
marriage.
Pray to the Lord, though.
Pray to
Okay,
the Lord
or whatever.
and get forgiven. I'm sorry you fucked your trainer.
I'm sorry that you just can't even handle anything, you dumb whore. I hate her, and I hate our government. But that's.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, this is where we're headed, folks. That's kind of why I wanted to start it that way. We're just
Yeah,
headed to
we
hell.
are. We
And
really are.
Hop on.
It's fully like there's no good choices. I think
nothing.
everyone's like, we're doing this again. The
I
same
can't wait
two
to see the
people."
debate.
Oh, I can't. I honestly,
actually can't.
I cannot wait.
It's gonna be like
I
a
wanna
stroke
get
waiting to
so
happen.
drunk.
That's a
Like,
stroke waiting to happen.
We need to make a drinking game out of it because it's gonna be gold. Trump's gonna be stumbling and saying random shit. Biden won't be able to talk. Like,
And they're all gonna.
he
They're
might
both be on
fall
crystal
over.
meth.
They're both gonna be on stimulants.
They're
to
definitely
stay
on
awake.
amphetamines for sure. They're gonna be like
Trump's
vigil,
like,
honey.
Biden needs to do a drug test before. I'm like, Trump.
So do
you
you,
don't want that.
girl.
Yeah, like he gave a 90-minute rambling speech over in Minnesota the other day. It's like
What's wrong with him?
he can't really. He doesn't. How you
Well,
know he can't
he-
even speak coherently for 5 minutes. 90 minutes. Can you imagine?
He just likes his voice.
He likes his words. Yeah, and he likes people
his own
listening.
voice. He likes his own voice.
and then people leave early and walk out because it's like he's not
it's
saying
like,
anything.
hi, you're literally going
Yeah, like,
back
we
and
get
forth.
it, we
gotta-
get
Oh, the
it.
election's stolen, and I'm
Back to
a witch hunt.
back to the courthouse because.
But they did say that majority of African American men are now leaning towards Trump, which is interesting to me.
fully believe it.
Because I can guarantee you they're going to be one of the first cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, and
you
I'm-
are cut
point
from the
blank
team.
period. Like,
point blank period.
girls.
When law and order comes around, you're going to
Right.
prison first.
If you're not a white male that
Yeah,
can
you're
somewhat
out.
present as a straight person, which we're going to have to really figure. You're going to have
the
to get
nails
those
are
nails.
done.
Yeah,
the
nails
nails
will
are
be off.
done. No, the nails are done. The ring's coming off. Like,
Oh, yeah.
or I'll keep it on.
You
It's a
love hot
woman.
moms, like
But it'll be like Matianya.
Matanya.
Matianya.
No, what's a Maniania?
I'm trying to think of the female version of Matt.
Oh
Matianya instead of Tatiana.
no, hold on, Martha.
But there's no R in Matthew.
But there's no Anna in fucking
No, I made it up.
right. So I'm just saying, what would the equivalent be?
Matricia. Instead of Matthew, Matricia.
This is Matricia.
My wife, Matricia.
She's
She's been
just-
through a rough patch.
She's got a blonde hair,
but
beach
as you
body.
can tell by the hips.
Those hips don't lie. With that
I wanted to show you this video just to see
Okay.
if you'd ever seen this. I'm going to send it to you and see if you can play it.
okay, yeah, so I can get the volume.
Yeah.
The volume.
Okay, it's sent. Because I was thinking recently that we should get fucked up and watch bad movies.
Yeah. Like a
Yeah.
really bad movie. You know what I've never seen though is the Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, with the new Wonka, it's good. The new one with Timothée Chalamet.
No, I said Alice in Wonderland, bitch.
Oh, I thought you said I'm thinking,
What, Timothy Chalamet?
what is that?
Willy Wonka.
Chocolate Factory. I forgot the ending of the phrase. So I was like,
How many of these seltzers have you had, honey? Girl.
girl, baby girl.
Well, you have
what
not
did you have not seen? Alice in Wonderland, the cartoon?
all of it.
Oh, you've never seen the original Disney one?
I think I have, but it
good.
was boring to me.
Oh, no, it's good. That was before you did weed.
Yeah, now I need to do like.
So you would probably love it. It's all about drugs, honey.
Oh, what is this?
Play it.
Where are you going?
It's turkey time.
Just J-Lo talking to Ben Affleck. Gobble, gobble.
Let me tell you, these
It's
two.
turkey time.
Listen, it's time
It's
for you guys to
turkey time.
figure it out.
No, yeah.
I'm tired of your relationship. It's boring.
Not
it's
just
old,
the
it's
relationship.
tired. Both of you.
J-Lo, she's got to retire.
Honestly, I think she's
Remember
waited
this
too long.
recent thing this past year?
It's
like
not been good.
the prolonged music video, or what was that
and
shit?
there's
It was
nobody
something about like the greatest love story ever told. And it
I
was
mean,
like,
her and Justin Timberlake literally I can't sell any tickets right now. It's
I
like,
believe that.
Sorry.
Well, look at what they did. I'm not saying. I mean, Justin wasn't exactly an angel. With
But there's
Brittany.
also a time when you need to know
When you're done.
I'm not the star anymore. I'll still show up at the mall.
I'm not the cute young pop star I was 25 years ago.
This
That's where it is.
This is bothering me so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot. Now,
I have some other things.
talk, baby, talk.
Because I know you're about to go into something very naughty.
Well, no, it's not even naughty. It's really embarrassing. So,
one thing we have to talk about, and I'm sure you can play the video, but I wrote this down. That Harrison Butker guy. Did you see this video of him?
Maybe.
He's an NFL player. He gave a speech at a Catholic college.
We got to listen to this.
Because we got to listen to the highlights.
Girl, I'm going into
type her
Spotify,
in.
so.
Type her in. Spotify.
Spotify.
You might not find it there yet.
What's it called?
Harrison Butker.
Girl, you're fucking gay, first of all, and it's been confirmed.
Directly to you briefly, because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career?
What?
Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother.
Her life didn't start
I'm
until
on
she
this
got
stage
married
today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school.
He's a faggot. I'm sorry. He's crying. He's
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2020.
He says something about pride, too.
Yeah, pride is a month of sin. And first of all, he fucked a male cheerleader.
Jason Kelsey
at
has
Georgia Tech. Period.
Listen, honey, you were living in Midtown, Georgia. Girl, you're living in Midtown, Georgia.
This is what I wrote. I said, we've been talking about this faggot for over a week now. We don't need a discussion for every self-hating gay. They're idiots. And then we discuss.
And let's discuss that.
But honestly, I'm interested. But that statement came to me. I was like, why am I still talking? Because people bring it up, and I'm like, I know, guys. I know he said that because he's embarrassed.
It's really it's a red flag now.
He's
you can
like,
tell.
I got a wife, and it's like
he's also the one
gay.
that drives a truck because he's got a little cock. And like one of those jacked up trucks.
You don't see a big dick print in his pants. I'll tell you that. And he wears tight pants for football. He also shows up in very gay outfits.
Girl, you're a kicker.
A kicker.
Girl,
they're always the bottom in the group showers.
Right, like I'm
the
sorry
kicker
if
gets
anybody's
in the middle,
getting fucked by the guy.
It's the kicker.
Definitely the kicker.
They're the smallest ones on the team.
The fucking kicker. You can't tackle for shit.
You can't tackle.
You can't really do anything.
Tackled.
You kick. I mean, you can kick, and that's great.
Ass in the air.
What was that noise? Oh. The edible's kicking. This guy's a fucking idiot, and I'm just really kind of tired of. And then you're gonna give a speech and tell women what they want.
Right. I'm sure many of you will
say that.
He said his wife's life didn't start till she became a wife and a mother. Her life hadn't started.
So you don't even know. First of all,
like women need a husband and kids in order to live a fulfilling life.
It's disgusting.
This is just sick. And it's like there's people who can't have kids, even if that is the goal. There's people who are going to get married and can't have kids.
And so what are they? They're
worthless. I guess they don't have fulfilled lives.
Nope, you're not fulfilled.
Sorry, your life was a waste. I guess you got through it though.
But yeah, is that God's
you're gonna
fault
fuck a cheerleader, a male. Because you're gay, you have to tell women what to do.
Honey, we know you fucked that cheerleader, and you can tell that. You can tell. You can just tell when people are gay, and that guy's a gay faggot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hi, gay.
I mean, the bottom line, period.
Harrison.
And your name's Harrison. Let's also talk about that.
There it is.
Oh my God, Harrison. What white privileged son of a bitch are you? And you went to Georgia Tech, so you are white privileged, you dumb whore.
I'm not trying to shit on your people because I know you're from Atlanta.
Where was he from? Is he from somewhere in Atlanta?
No, I'm actually going to say something worse, and I know we're going to get hate mail for this.
I don't give a fuck.
But I'm deeply concerned about straight guys from the South. I'm starting to think none of them are good.
I'm starting to think they all.
I really am worried.
Here's my opinion on. Well, I can give you a little insight.
Everywhere, but especially when I see frat outfits now. Is it secretly some part hot a little bit?
It's giving me rape.
But more and
it's
more,
giving
I'm like,
me uncomfortable with my body and myself. It's giving me gay rage. It's giving me I'm a racist. It's giving me I'm going to vote for Trump. It's giving me. And part of me wants to fuck them.
Part of me, I see them and I'm like, that guy's hot. And then I think, wait, he has an accent.
He
oh no.
I was actually talking about this.
I'm like, they're not as hot anymore to me.
And I'll tell you this.
They used to be like, I would immediately be like, I would do anything to be with this guy, even though he hates me.
You're just gonna have to go fishing at a pond and let worms on a hook.
It's boring.
It's just annoying.
It is. It's boring. And annoying shit.
You're boring.
You're pounding really cheap light beer from Walmart
or liquor that's $1.50 of
I know,
bourbon.
right?
And you're like,
it's like this isn't even good liquor. Like, what are you? It's giving Boda Box Rosé.
It's giving me Boda Box, but for straights.
Yeah,
it's like
I don't even know what it is.
That'd be Natty Light.
Yeah, Natty. It's Busch Light, Natty Light. It's that Frat Boy.
It's that piss water that you just drink on the lake.
Jeez, it's always a lake.
It's always a lake.
And it's really a pond, but they have a pontoon boat. So it's like, it's a lake. It's like, it's not a lake.
Or they have a speedboat and they go way too fast and fuck everybody up because they think it's funny. Now, my comment to that, though, is this. It's really funny to me when you meet somebody who's super Southern, a guy who's, I'm talking Southern, because they kind of talk like this.
Yeah, I know.
They're kind of gay faggots.
Mississippi.
I'm from Mississippi. And you're like,
what's that?
Wait, was that gay speak? Or I'm sorry, I can't understand your accent.
There were some people in Louisiana like that.
Oh,
like,
you literally, I think they're gay or deaf.
Seasoning. I'm like, seasoning.
Seasoning.
You got a little seasoning in your loafers.
Yeah, it's called salt, honey.
I know. Every time I think about it now, I cannot.
I mean, the seasoning.
I can't fucking. It's salt. It's salt.
Girl.
Louisiana seasoning is salt.
It's salt and cayenne. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
but it's more salt than you're like. I love. I mean, it's fine. Whatever. We did it. We conquered it. We're done with it.
But Southern boys who sound that Southern,
they can kind of sound
they
gay.
do sound a little guy.
And you're like,
in SoCan, we had a really Jewish, New Yorkish sounding person that I used to work with 5 years
what
ago.
does a
6 years
Jewish
ago.
sound like?
Oh, you know, just like this.
Oh, like
from the
Tanya.
East Coast.
Okay, East Coast.
The East Coast.
Okay.
And it's like something weird. Like I thought he was gay, and then I found out he had a wife. After 2
Is that
years,
so weird?
2 years of him hitting on me in my eyes, when I'm being like, no, you're not my type. Like, no, not because of the Jew part, but really because he wore too tight scrubs for the body type.
Can I just make a comment?
I would say ice cream cone is what I was gonna say. Ice cream cone. It's not for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You know,
I know I was gonna
even when you were a lot bigger, you have good legs.
I have a.
You're not ice cream cone.
No, I don't look like a.
For me, ice cream cone is like you
also-
can't have chicken legs and a big belly and
It's
no
an ice
ass
cream cone?
and a flat. This is bad, but like
We're back and we're on the record.
I feel like everyone I've met who works at a bank, I don't really like. There's been.
I'm not actually a fan.
Like when I'm asking people what they do. And they say, I work at a bank. And I'm like, what do you do there? And it's like, if they can't describe what they do to me and I can understand it, I'm like, I don't really,
They're
who
a
are
professional cashier is what they are. They count checks.
You know what the ATM does for you?
That.
What they do.
What's
That's one of those things
Do you
where
know the
I'm
last
like,
time I went to the
have
bank?
to give you my card and take out cash and you hand it to me and you like.
And that's
what
your
do you do?
payment and we're paying you.
And I do that at a machine. And the Chase machine that I walk in, you can put your checks in.
Oh, honey, you can put all in your dick.
I mobile deposit. You can put your dick right in.
You can put your dick in there, it sucks it, and then you go.
Mine would get $2. Yours would get $10.
No.
Might clog the machine. This old hog.
This hog over here?
But yeah, people who work at banks. Now, I just finally met someone who kind of breaks the mold, but he doesn't really work in that role. He's more doing auditing. So he's a tax person.
Okay.
More.
I just,
but I know
even
people
that
when they
is
say they're in a
still-
bank, I'm like,
a bank
is it
or like
finance? Is it just finance?
Do you know
that
what
I
a
don't
red flag
them?
is for me?
Tell me.
I've never said this out loud, so I apologize to anybody out there. HR. If you work in HR, to me, there's something.
I don't think you've met him, but I know someone who's in HR and it's like travels for it and other weird shit.
It's like you want to act like you're going to give the right answer for everything, but in reality, you really aren't giving the right answer all the time. And instead of being humble about it, you're like, no, this is what we do here. This is the policy.
This is the policy.
It's like, okay, but that's not what's happening, bitch.
That's not what this is about. And they always have to both sides everything. Like
I
they
get
can
what
never
you're
really
saying,
pick
and I'm
it.
listening.
I'm sorry you were sexually abused at work in the break room by the boss, but our policy on this is you have to report it to other this person before you tell you can't tell your colleagues about it.
The policy is don't ask, don't tell.
It's a private matter.
Nobody saw it. Nobody's going to tell about it.
Now keep this quiet because this is HR is dealing with it. They'll tell people this. Like victims.
I've got HR involved.
I've got HR involved. We can't talk about it.
We don't have HR involved.
HR involved.
HR is never involved.
Do you know what HR does? It's a 52-year-old, never dated a man, never been married,
lesbian. lesbian.
Doesn't know what she's doing. Secret closeted lesbian.
Lots of cats.
And she's always very large.
But she's very much...
She's large.
Large and in charge. She
I don't
thinks
give a
she's
fuck.
in charge.
She's the one who's got the little fan on her shoulder blowing on her, or the thing going around the neck blowing fan because of menopause.
She's always like wet.
A little wet
on the outside.
Little wet on
and
the,
she's
on
like,
the bottom.
Hey, it's Pam. And that's my dog's name.
Your
but
wet neck
it's a Pam.
is hitting your hair,
It's a Pam.
ma'am. Like, put your hair up.
Pam.
It's usually a Pam. That's true.
It's a Pam. It's a Pam that's
Pam
like...
in HR.
Hey, this is Pamela. And you're like, hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam, what do you want now?
Well, I was thinking, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just saying that as Pam, not as me.
Oh my God, I was like, still?
Girl, no, fuck. You made a comment to me at the beginning of this, and I'm just going to play something, and then we're just going to talk about it.
I'm ready. I'm rip-roaring ready.
21st birthday! I'm drunk as fuck right now. Something over there. It's my bread I'm supposed to eat. I got punched in the eye. It hurts really bad, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not liquor spread.
Now,
she went from cute little pop star to Butch Lowe's lesbian real quick. Like that voice at the end. What is that? Is that how she sounds?
Listen, it's... I have to make a comment about that.
What is that?
So there was a girl when I was growing up who kind of had that raspy kind of voice, and guess what? She turned out lesbian. I almost wonder if...
Why do you think gay boys sound like this and lesbians do sound like that?
Yeah, like they sound like they're always out of breath.
It's part
and
of
always,
our culture. Yeah, it's always out of breath.
But it's always also like you've been smoking 95 packs of cigarettes and you're 10. It's kind of like, okay.
Do they?
Well, and they might.
I wonder. I think
pussy.
smoking is higher in the queer community, I feel.
Well,
Isn't
of course.
it?
Well, probably.
I don't know if
nervous.
there's data on that, but it seems like,
Let's look at the data. Let's look it up.
Let's look at the
I did see a data point. Well, let's talk about her first.
Yeah, like, first of all, remember I had to ask you who this person is.
So you just asked
I sent
me
you a
this.
video. What video was that? She was like on a talk show or something?
She's like, listen.
What was it? Because I was like, I don't know who this is.
You know what I'm going to do right now?
But I know, I keep seeing videos of the person.
I'm gonna make a montage of her weird moment, so we're gonna be able to watch it. But because
so for me, it's like I keep seeing her face around, and I keep seeing videos, and I knew even the name. I was like, it's Jojo something, because I was like, I remember she came out, and everyone made a big deal of it.
She was big with the kids. She did a lot of because she's on Dance Moms. So then she got all these.
What is that? Is that
you don't know fucking Dance Moms?
I know
Are you kidding?
memes of that large woman who ended up in a wheelchair. What happened
she
to
ended
her?
up having cancer in her back or something.
So she's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, but I love how she's like this chubby bitch who is telling people how to do
people's tables.
Yeah, and how she's how they need to dance.
I know of Dance Moms.
Honey,
I just never watched it.
But my question is, when's the last time you touched the dance floor, sweetheart? Other than just wheeling across it, because
face down when you slid out the chair.
So she was a Dance Mom girl. There's a really famous. I'll show you. It's a very famous.
I'm like, so Jojo, like this Jojo.
So Jojo
is a big deal.
Yeah, her mom's been bleaching her hair since she was 3. Yep.
Oh, it's gonna fall out.
Well, look at her. She's a lesbian. It'll be fine.
She doesn't need hair.
She'll be bald.
She doesn't need hair.
She's annoying as fuck, and that's our future. And again, like we were talking about at the beginning, the theme of this is our country's fucked. That's Gen Z coming up right there.
Like, do all of these influencers now and from reality people, like, are they just running the country? It seems like it's like, why are we paying attention to any of these people? Is it the Kardashians still? Whenever I hear someone start talking about them, I'm like, you're still following them.
Meanwhile,
let them die.
Bitch got booed. So
she did where
at a roast at the roast of Tom Brady. She got booed when she got booed hard.
That's hilarious.
She went like this. She goes.
I mean, we don't. Why does she not realize?
What are you even doing?
Yeah.
You literally fucked somebody on camera, and now this is your life.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, it's a smart move. HR would be not proud of you, but
Ray J had a hot dick.
So Ray J fucked the hell out of you, and all of a sudden now you're famous, and that's fine. And you brought all your fucking family, and then of course, your mom's
we had to
married
deal with
Bruce,
it. Now you
and
have
then
a transphobic trans mom or
your dad. You
a
call
trans dad.
Call her dad.
Oh, they still call her
they call
dad?
her my dad. First of all, that bitch put out something that said, leave the kids out. Something crazy. I'm like, girl, you're trans. Like, I don't get it.
Also, look who you raised. Look at the kids that you were involved with. They're fucked up.
I love how nobody wants to point that part out. When these people are like, look at those goddamn...
It's like...
And honestly, for those that think they raised the good kids right, they didn't, unfortunately. By that, I mean...
They turned out like him.
A lot of people had to turn themselves out. And we showed up and showed out.
Turn that pussy out.
Turn it out, turn it out, turn it out, turn it out. Rah, rah, rah.
And you kind of did.
And I did. I turned out.
Honestly, we both did.
Honestly, we're all turning out.
We've had a glow up. It may not be recognized by anyone else other than me.
And especially even in our almost 4 years of doing this, what's happening?
We're old.
And I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
I think it's so fun.
I love it.
Because I really, really can't wait for our trip. After, well, I got to tell you something about my trip. I'm not going to talk about New York a lot because we've been talking about it, but I've got to tell you about my trip.
I need to hear
my
about
emotions.
This. Let me
about
get a
the
beer
trip.
because I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, she's ready. Well, the emotions of it is basically.
The emotions of it.
It's made me very emotional. Actually, I really do feel something's bringing me to New York. I don't know.
Kind of felt you had
it's
some weird
something. I made this trip happen out of nowhere. Also, may I just before I even make any comments, I love flying airplanes now because I fit perfectly in the seat. I can have
that's so fucking
I can have the
weird.
thing down.
Oh, I love. I know. Isn't it nice to have two?
It's nice to be able to not feel like you're slopping over somebody. Slobbering on somebody, and that happens sometimes when I'm passed out. I'm like, oh.
I tried to do that to Matt the last time we were on a flight. I said we can get a blanket, but it didn't work.
Well,
he was opposed.
Opposed.
Honestly, he should be. I do not need to get on a no-fly list.
Yeah, you have too much to do. We have too much to do,
sir,
honey.
you're sucking dick in first class.
And we'll finally make it, and then you'll have to take. We'll just have to do a tour bus, and that'd be more fun. Maybe.
I mean, when I had the lay flat, the lay flat seats to and from Italy last year, I was like, I mean, if it were a pod, it'd be over.
My favorite thing is when the straight guys fall asleep, and I'm like, I always look down their crotch, and like they could get a hard on,
and they do. I've seen some.
Oh, we've seen some morning wood.
I've looked over and I'm like,
she's dreaming, and she's leaving.
It makes you wonder.
Makes you wonder.
What's she dreaming of? What if a
little bit of cock, if you will? Yeah. What if you just let the hand slide?
What if I just sexually assaulted this passenger on the plane?
Yeah, which we do not condone.
We do not condone that.
So went to New York. It's very scary alone.
I was gonna say, like when you were texting me and you were there, I'm like, I mean, you have to do everything on your own.
I was scared.
You have to decide everything you're doing. You're like, I'm going here, I'm doing that.
Right, and it was
and then you have to get the energy to be like, I can do that by myself. Because sometimes I'm like,
no, I'd rather stay in the
go
hotel.
there
like,
with someone.
Yeah, like that's how I kind of.
You know, some restaurants I'll go alone because I'm like, I really want that food. But other times I'm like, I want to be with someone if I'm going there.
It's weird. I always feel like I'm an outcast, but really you're not.
You're not.
You're actually
the whole city is filled with.
You're literally doing something that half the people can't even fucking do. There's some people who cannot go to dinner alone.
I know.
There are some people who listen to this show
when he does that. When I do that,
I know, and I'm like,
the first time I went to a movie alone, Matt was like, "You went to a movie alone?"
I'm like, "Oh, do you know what it's like to be alone?"
It was the dumbest thing ever, and I was like, "You're just watching a movie, and it's cold. It feels so good." And I got popcorn, I got candy. I'm just sitting there,
and you're
alone,
just living your best life.
Quiet. Going to a movie alone is key. But eating too, like just you're going for the food.
Right.
Like drink your drink, scroll on your phone, and eat.
Yeah, you just
fun.
scroll on your phone. It's actually more fun.
It is. You don't
it kind of is. You don't talk about anything. You get to do what you want to do.
It's what you want to do all the time. Like
basically, being alone is the best thing in the world.
Even when you're in a relationship and you're on the couch and you're both scrolling alone.
Let me fix this cord real quick. Okay, yeah. You were kind of pulling it.
That would be bad. That would be real bad.
That would be bad.
So
yeah, so you make your decisions, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go walk. So I walked to the Chelsea Market from Park Street. It was like I was a mile and a half away, and I walked all the way to Chelsea.
So far.
Walked in there, and mind you, can I
like
say
that
this?
place.
I've had
me
nothing
there last time. I liked that
place all day.
They have so many.
So
good
it's like 4 o'clock.
options.
I didn't stop there though. I was like, I don't know. I'm just not. Je ne sais quoi.
Honestly, let that. That's
so. Then I started walking north.
You had to
the
bottom
Eagle,
later tonight.
My problem was I was trying to make it to the Eagle, but it's only 6 o'clock at this point now, and I'm like, well, I'm fucking hungry. I'm starting to get dizzy because no eating all day is kind of not good.
And walking,
right?
Yeah,
so sweating,
right? Like you're dead.
So I basically found this diner. Went to the diner, had a burger. Couldn't even finish the burger though. Something's happening in my body. I'm just skinny. Then I was like, well, I'm not going to wait 3 hours and then go to the Eagle and stay there for 5 hours. Like I can't do this. Where am I going to walk
you get in the sling and take a nap?
So I was like, I'm going back to the hotel. So I went back to the hotel, went to CVS, took a nap, watched some basketball and some NHL, and then I was like, all right, well, it's time to go to the Eagle. And I walked to the Eagle, which is not far actually from our hotel, and the Virgin will not be far. It won't be. It'll be pretty easy.
Like 45 minutes or less?
15 minutes. Yeah, going across is not as, it's not as big as you think. It's literally only 2 miles across. It's not that, and if you're walking at a normal pace,
I can't.
It's like 30 minutes. Is it? What is it?
You're thinking it's 15 minutes from the hotel. Even if it's 30, that's still...
No, it's definitely close.
So we don't even have to Uber.
No,
Thank
we're
God.
close.
Okay, I like
now,
that.
The only time we're going to have to Uber would be at the end.
Yeah, I don't want to
that's what I did.
In slutty outfits at 4 a.m.
Yeah, because at
night, it's still New York. It's still New York.
Some key points here. I met a guy named David. Hello, David.
Hi, David.
Ew,
David.
Ew, David.
Sorry, he probably gets that.
He is a twice graduated Columbia superstar. And he was there writing. This is really interesting. So I was like, so here's what you have to do when you're alone.
You mentioned Columbia, and I'm like,
my pussy just got
literally
wet.
like, do you have a 1-bedroom or a studio?
I might have made out with him later. But, and because we were both bragging about kissing, and And then
so jealous.
It's weird. When I'm alone, I'm a weirdo. I'm totally different.
I know.
It's weird. I'm like,
you're just gonna have to pretend you're alone when I'm there, so I
know.
can see it.
But see, that's the thing. It's the pressure of like.
You don't have to perform. Not when I'm there.
I don't have to. You're gonna be performing, honey. There was somebody getting fucking slapped so hard at the Eagle, like
I want to
getting
do
fucked,
that.
and I was like, oh no,
fucked,
smacked so hard. Like first was getting smacked by the guy, and then he started sucking his dick. It was crazy. Also, some key points. David, met him. Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Thank you for talking to me. You always have to start a conversation with like, so I'm on like a little solo trip because I'm on a midlife crisis. And this is your starting line for everybody.
He's like, I'm 28.
Oh, he was 25, I think, or 26. Yeah.
No.
Yep. I go,
oh, God.
So he was there alone, though, as well. And you're going to like this. This is really cool. And I actually really want to follow him.
At the Eagle.
Is that the Eagle?
Okay.
Outside. Wait till you get the outside.
Yeah, I'm like.
Oh, no, the outside.
Was it where Miz got his dick
No,
sucked?
that's a whole different area.
I was
no.
like, that's what you mean. I don't even care.
It's huge. It's a huge deck that's like.
You can see the sky?
Yeah, you can see the sky.
Oh, I'm
surrounded by the building. So you're kind of in this alley. Oh, it is so.
Are there windows up there?
Yeah, but there's nothing happening in the outside most of the time.
That would be fun. Okay.
So we're talking, and he's doing. So I was like, "Oh, you're here alone?" He's like, "Yeah."
Interesting.
And I said, "Yeah, it's kind of different.
Good.
It's different."
Yeah, I like it.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm here alone." I was like, "Oh, okay. You know people here, but whatever." And he's like, "Well, I'm actually kind of doing research." I'm like, "Of course you are."
What?
Columbia. And so I was like, "Okay, well, what about?" And he's like, "So I think he was a music major and a journalist major. I think those are the two things he."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So he's smart.
Yeah, really smart. He moved away from Louisiana in 18.
I love it.
I know his back. I love his backstory. And I remember, by the way, I was fucked up.
That means you think he's hot because we only pay attention to people we think are hot.
Yeah, I mean, he was very cute, and he was talking to me, and I was like, I was just nervous. It's scary. Oh my God. And so then he's researching though how music affects like sex drive and how when you're at a club, and now alcohol also plays a factor, obviously, or drugs.
Anything that lowers your inhibitions.
But there is
meth
something.
And GHB will really make you horny.
Honestly,
trust me. It's like how much research do you need on that shit?
Right.
It's called chemsex, though. He probably is researching.
He probably has a whole thing written on it. But my thing is, he wanted to know certain, because there are songs that when you feel, you're like, oh, fuck yeah. And you're like, do you know what I'm saying?
When the beat drops in lunch.
Okay.
I could eat that good for lunch.
So he's researching. So he's researching why.
Okay. I love that.
And I was like, well, it could be the bass. And I was starting to get really into it, like
Maybe
high.
It is, yeah.
I was like hitting my pen like
it is when the bass
when the bass hits. No,
if you can feel the beat, the music in your body, it does make you feel.
It's when it kind of goes really high, like it fades away, and then boom, and it lays on your pussy, and you're ready to pop that puss.
I'm ready.
So David was a highlight of my night, and I also pulled out my dick for the. I just remembered this. For the store owner, the guy that was at the store, I was looking. I couldn't find my cock ring.
Oh, because he wanted you to.
So I go in there and I'm like, he's like, well, you can try it on over here. And then I was fumbling it, and he's like, do you want my help? And I was like, I don't want to get you in trouble. He's like, it's fine. And
I like that.
Yeah. So I had my cock out, and he was.
Did he touch it for you? Like,
yeah, he was trying to like. He was. Yeah, I have too big of situation.
I'm sorry. Like, oh, really?
Yeah, it's too big. The whole meat and potato. It's like.
Yeah, well, the potatoes are really.
It's just not.
It's probably hard to get. It's probably hard to get around the ball sack even.
Correct. I break it like that all the time.
So that's interesting.
I mean, I should probably just do slower, but I'm trying to shove it all through.
Well, and it hurts as you're putting it on. So it's
I know. And then I'm like, I always am afraid I'm cutting off. I'm always afraid that my dick's gonna get purple and fall off. And I'm like,
or if it's hard for 4 hours, then you've had a medical emergency, which I think I've done that before.
I think I've done that too.
I have.
Masturbating. People do it.
Not 4 hours in a row. 4 hours in a row.
I used to masturbate for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I would do that.
I mean,
but not 4.
No, not 4.
But I had a medication related, I think.
Oh, from Cialis?
No, trazodone.
Oh my!
I took trazodone, and I was really like, "What is going on with this thing?" I would wake up every time I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh yeah. Oh, does it make you hard?
Ecstasy?
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
I kind of want to do it. We're not going to because we're scared.
I know.
But
I mean, you could if I supervised.
But I don't want to. I mean,
you would love it. Oh, you would go nuts. David,
rub me, David.
David, fuck me with your cello.
He was so sweet. So then that was that. The next day it rained, so I chilled out.
Oh, I mean,
it was kind of worked out for me.
Oh, I don't have to go to the park or pick a museum or go here.
But I didn't eat until 2:00. So mind you, I had one meal earlier, and then I only had it wings the
You're
next
the only
day.
person that's going to lose weight going to New York.
I literally had 2 meals while I was there, by the way. 2.
And money, actually.
Honey, I'm about to be famous.
Like,
This is
I
about
think
to
you
happen.
figured this out. You live in New York in a studio apartment. You don't spend any money because you don't eat. You just pay your fucking rent. Go out when you can.
Yeah, and just
meet
panhandle.
people and get situations lined up.
And I'll be a hooker.
Well, you could work as a journalist with David and like
David, I
collect
can be,
stories.
David, I want to be
You
your
could be the club
assistant.
one who does the research for him.
I'm a research rat.
So you go and you listen to the music with Spotify, see what they're playing ish, or get the samples, and then look at the crowd and jot down what they're doing. Is anyone having sex? Is anyone really starting to get horny looking?
Yeah, I could do research fully, record it.
I kind of
Yeah, I kind of think it's gonna have to happen.
Call David up.
I'm gonna call David up. I'm gonna message him. I'm friends with him on Instagram. Okay, and then the second thing that happened to me, and this is what
Goldilocks.
Went to Goldilocks by myself. Okay,
Describe what Goldilocks is, because I don't
it's
think they know.
I'll actually put a clip right here of the preview of it because have you ever seen it? It's Cannonball but hot fats. But
Okay,
there's
I
still
was like,
but there's still
Don't
some
say Cannonball in the same sentence as Goldilocks.
and yeah.
No.
It's not. It's not. I know something feels
something
off.
feels helicoptery.
Something feels deadly. Something feels. Okay. So they'll do. Oh my God! It's Goldie. Like,
Okay. Ooh, this is fun. I see what you mean. It's not Chubbs, it's Bears. So only in New York is there a difference because there's enough of them.
So yeah, it's like
Yeah. Oh, some of them are really actually. Oh, yeah, they're not big at all.
oh, that one's a Goldilocks spare or Cannonball Girl.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
So anyway, so I have to go to Goldilocks,
And you have a
and
fresh
at this
cock
point I
ring.
have to go because I'm like, this is why I'm here
It's-
too.
oh,
Like
yeah, you have
I'm
to.
going, but it's
So
scary.
you've been 2 months in a row,
and it was almost 3 until I had to put the wrong.
and can we make Mother on that beat? Are we about to witness a gun?
I know. I feel like it's
A lot of shouting.
A lot of shouting.
Remember, you told me the first time I was here in a gun battle here, you were like, "Don't worry, the bullets would have to go.
They
They'll
would.
angle up, so they won't.
Yeah, they
hit-
couldn't-
They won't hum directly.
Because
They'll
it won't go
up
through the
into
house
sky.
and into here.
I don't think.
But
they
if it hits
would.
through the window, it's just going to go up. It's not going to go.
Yeah, it wouldn't come
back.
through the window.
Unless they're on the second floor. Which
But they're
it's
shouting
possible.
out the side.
Yeah, it's
we
fine.
won't
They're
get
just
shot.
shouting, scream and shout and let it all out.
So
So I'm
could we
going by
go
myself, and
third week?
it's not. I know.
I'm like, what if we just fucking go June 29th? Just a flight away.
Here's the problem, though. It's Pride. We're not even going to get a hotel.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
No, fuck. All those are sold. Everything's
God
sold.
damn it.
Yeah, no.
I totally
No,
forgot.
we can go
It's
though. Like we
everyone
can go
wants to
again,
go.
like in the fall.
Oh, we're going back.
But here's what I want to say. Mm-hmm. So it's scary doing something on your own, and it really takes balls. And so I'm walking in, and they're doing a
Meat and
photo
potatoes.
shoot in the front with all the guys.
fuck.
And I walk in, and it's still kind of early because I was like, I want to go earlier because I don't want to
you gotta see.
I wasn't doing anything anyway. This is what I need. Sorry, my phone was falling.
You keep dragging and grabbing stuff.
Yeah,
down there.
this is.
I'm worried about your meat and potatoes.
Don't worry. The grabbing is going to
Edibles.
start happening. Okay,
Yeah,
so get there, go downstairs, take off my pants, sit around, lounge
Are
around.
you just in a jock
strap and no shirt?
harness?
I forgot my goddamn harness.
I probably would too. I forgot.
I don't even know how to put it on.
PV. I
to be
didn't bring
honest.
it. I don't get it.
Like Michael has to put
even
it on.
as they're on, I'm like,
well, sometimes I'm like, is it
tight.
It's because it's a harness.
Sometimes I feel like it makes my.
Let's define. What is
boob
the
fat
definition of
fit
harness?
weird. What is a harness for?
To hold back, or probably like
Yeah, like a horse.
You're right. So that's not supposed to feel great. It's supposed to keep you in check. You're supposed to be. You're a little master, or you're.
But everyone wears them. So some of the.
It's gotten
sometimes
too
it's the
popular.
master. Sometimes
It's gotten too
the
popular, in
servant,
my opinion.
The indentured servant. We can't say slave.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well,
inappropriate.
anyway, so starts going, the music starts playing, I'm seeing some cool people. I'm seeing some people I don't want. Some guy came up to me and was like, I want to fuck you. And I'm like, he's like, I'm from Colombia. And I'm like, okay, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to be here till like, well, I was trying to go till 4.
Like, why would I want to get fucked at 10 p.m. when the place is open
Right.
till 4?
It just opened.
Like, what
the
do you
lights
think
are
I'm
still
fucking,
on. Like,
oh, God,
it's
no.
cold.
He's trying to pump and dump. He's old. He wants to
wasn't.
go
He was
home.
young.
Oh.
It was not cute. Sorry. Not
Then that
cute.
might be drugs, because drugs will make you want to fuck anything at any time.
I also think culture. I think he's used to being able to just go up and like.
Oh, time zone. No, Colombia's pretty east.
Yeah, but I think it's more.
Maybe he was
culture.
like thought it was later for him, but no, it's
No,
the other
honey,
way.
it's still. Yeah, we don't fuck.
We're
at
probably
first.
the same
They
time
probably
zone.
fuck first, then party, then he. We're kind of the
It's
opposite.
not a bad idea. Once you get the fucking out of the way, I'm telling you,
we're being honest,
you
like,
can eat and go to bed.
Well, half the night we don't.
That's what I do with
We're
Matt.
wasting a lot of time.
Matt, it's 8:30 p.m. and then after this, I want to watch a show, have a snack, go to bed.
Sometimes you have to just do it.
Yeah, it's way better early. Okay, so
I'm standing there. It's starting to get heated in there. There's some eye looking at people. Certain people are trying to come up to me. I'm not into those people, of course. And then I see the first of two of my crushes.
Oh my God.
And I was like, there he is.
The one from before? The one from last time?
Yeah, I sent you a picture. He was the one across the bar.
Guy?
That's my blonde boyfriend.
Yeah. He's hot as fuck.
Guess who else showed up?
He's not a bear, honey.
Oh, no, he's a chaser babe.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Then walks in.
Oh my God.
Sling boy. With the one I was playing with his dick. It was like so
but you
fun.
said he was hot.
Yeah. And I was like, so I'm like,
so this is pre-sling.
So at this point, it was $13 a drink, and I'm like, I'm trying to stay mature and cheap on this trip.
You don't want to be blacked.
So
because you're alone.
And here's the problem, though.
No one's gonna help you.
Cut it out, and that's where you're wrong, honey.
Cut what out?
The alcohol a little bit. I went to cash because I was like, yeah. And so then I was sucking on my pen though, like it was a cigarette. I was smoking. So I'm trying to get fucked up and dance, and I'm nervous, and I feel I'm an old creepy man just standing here, and I'm not though. But I'm
no, not at all.
But I'm like,
not there.
And then I was like, everybody hates me. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. Like you
were going through your full cycle.
Yeah, full cycle. And then I ran into this really hot guy from Chicago.
What?
And his group. But I was so nervous
because I love that they're a group. I love a group.
See,
you
and
can bounce.
Well, I know, and I was alone.
You're like, this one's boring now, and this one's actually not as hot.
See,
so I'm gonna go to this one.
I can't wait for you to be there
How
with me.
are you guys friends? And what did you do that one time?
You are so good at that part.
I love groups.
I'm good at the assist from the initial. I'm good after you initiate, and I start to get comfortable.
You are. And then you find that right one, and you're like,
but you're really good at being like, oops, and then you're like, oh, that's a really cool shirt. Oh, and then it's like conversation on. We know their backstory. We know their parents. It's the whole thing.
Yes.
So I'm feeling fucked up. Okay. Also, the room is literally. I can't move. I can't breathe. People are jerking off. People are sucking off.
So you're like turning around. It's sweaty bodies.
Yep.
And you're
people are still dancing, skin to skin.
And you're just like turning around. There's someone jerking off. There's a dick over there.
I'm thinking monkeypox. I'm thinking syphilis.
Absolutely.
I'm just thinking all these things. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And I'm like, and also, I only had wings that day at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And it's like midnight.
It was like 1 o'clock. Actually, it was 2 o'clock when this happened.
Girl, 9 hours later, no food.
So I kept running into the hot Chicago guy. Cool. He was like, hey, and I was like, hey, and I was nervous. I was very nervous.
Oh, well, obviously.
Very nervous.
Yeah.
And so then it's time I was like, I gotta go. Like I was to that point where I was so high and I had another beer, and I think it kind of put me over where I was like, if I don't go now.
Over the limit and under arrest.
If I don't go now, I'm not gonna know how to get back to the hotel. And I have to Uber out.
Oh,
right?
so what?
So I have to get my
it was
clothes.
like that level. Like I gotta get to the hotel and I don't know how.
It was like, I don't want to, I could be fading right now. Like I could be literally blacking out.
I know
I'm
what
like,
you're
do you know what I'm saying? I'm on the edge of
that's a
and
scary
you're on
time.
the edge and you're like, oh God, I'm losing my shit. Like everything's fine. And then especially when you're hot, when I get super high and drunk, then I'm like
paranoia. Yeah.
So in that moment, do you remember when we talked about how my legs would shake a little bit? When remember when I said that? Like when I'm doing like because I don't want to pass out, so I don't lock my legs, so I shake them. And especially when I'm high, then it's like, yeah. So just think of that shakiness. My hands are shaky. Everything's shaky. So the hot guy's coming behind me up the stairs. I'm still in my jockstrap, and I'm carrying my clothes.
You know what you just reminded me of? All those service members in the military talking about going up the steps after 3 days out in the field.
Oh.
And they're standing face to face.
I know.
That's what you just.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
And I'm standing there in my jockstrap up the stairs, and he's coming up.
He's full hole following me.
Oh God.
And he's hot.
Oh fuck.
Like
of course he is.
Oh honey, he is fucking hot. And
you're just like vulnerable. You are unfed. You're wilting.
I'm unkept.
You're
unfed.
blacking out.
This is actually
all of them.
This is the group. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good group.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we gotta find. They're
from Chicago.
Are we talking to them? We gotta go there then.
That's what he said. So that's why he added me as a friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let me get to what happened.
Oh God, I want to follow that.
It's so scary.
Okay, so
then I'm shaky. I'm like, I got to get dressed before I go outside. So I don't want to take off my shoes for whatever reason. Didn't want to do it.
I don't want to put them back on. Right. That's why. So I'm leaving them on. I'm going over.
Right. Yeah. So I proceeded to do that. Mm-hmm. Well, they were Fabletics, and they had the little inner liner.
So your toes get into that.
So I also have like a broken ankle, and I'm balancing on trying to get this foot in. So I barely get that one in, but I'm struggling. He's watching me, and I'm like, he's standing there holding my phone, I think, at that point or something. And I was like, so then I'm struggling, get the other foot through. It was in the same fucking short hole. So I'm standing there with a little squirt, and I'm like, And I looked at him and I go,
"Are you on stairs or at the top?
I'm at the top of the stairs, and he's standing there, and there's guys over here, and I'm like,
no,
and I'm by myself, and I'm like, I don't think anything can be more horrifying right now than this moment. And he's like, "You're fine, babe," and I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
he was so kind.
Oh, he's that guy.
You're
fine.
Yep. Oh,
activated.
Yeah.
Activated.
And I was like, oh my.
Clippy clip clip.
So then I couldn't figure out. I couldn't see my shorts really well. This is so bad.
You have two fucking. Those are thick.
So I was trying. So then I couldn't figure out I was looking for the holes, and he's like, "Let me help you," and he got the shorts ready to go. I put my 1 foot through. He helps it through.
Oh, God.
He helps me.
It's like a little kid. You're
he
like, here,
helps
put it here,
Grandpa
put it here.
put on his feet and shoes, or put on his shorts. None of those.
It's like
those
little
also.
kid or Grandpa. Yeah,
It's Grandpa. It was Grandpa being
Let's
helped.
get him a chair to sit down.
And I'm looking at him thinking,
You're like,
and then he was
I'm
like, "Well, I
old."
want your Instagram." I was like, "You want my Instagram after this?"
Oh, that's even better.
I know, he was so adorable.
That means he
Shouts
is
to
a
Ty.
type 2. He's a helper. He likes to take care of people.
Well, and that could be a red flag
So,
too.
Considering
It depends. It just depends. Because I'll like, he's really nice. Like you're nice too, but he was like, I was like, why are you doing this? I even said that to him. I was like,
if you couldn't tell why he's doing it, then he's nicer than me. Yeah, because for me, you would know I'm trying to get in your pants or like.
We kept running into each other and we kept going, but he was there with his partner, but that was not a big deal. But I was just alone and scared.
Right.
So if
You're
I could
a
do it
baby
again,
bird. You're a baby
if I could do
bird.
it again, I would have slowed down a little bit on the weed. That's for sure. And
Now, did anything happen after that?
What's crazy is no, I had no hookups this weekend.
I love it. But you made out.
I had a little makeout
That's
sesh.
enough.
I saw some dicks. Oh,
I didn't even go to the bathhouse in PV. I didn't care.
Oh, right. That's the
literally-
thing.
yeah,
It's
I was
fine.
like-
Everything was fine.
I was like,
I had a good time.
When you know that it's fully available at any given moment, at any time, anywhere, you don't really feel pressured about it.
It's like straight people.
You can go to New York City. Yeah.
It's what straight people feel.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, oh, I'm good. I know I can get it if we go to the store,
Like,
if
can
we
you
go to the
imagine?
bar, if we go.
That's like when I have a straight guy friend who's single still because, when I was younger and they were also younger, like 25, and they didn't have a girlfriend, and I'm like, you don't feel straight? Like, no, I don't need to go out tonight.
No, they don't have to.
I just hooked up with someone on Thursday last week. I was like, oh.
This is why the gay. So everyone wants to be like,
We're
you guys are
stressed
nasty.
we're trying to find the limited number
We
of
have
people
to
we can
go
hook up with
literally
to find
to
a
one room with
fucking
them,
partner. Oh my God, where are you?
wear our jock straps around and try to flash our bodies just to get attention. And you
And then
guys
you
get to
find
do that
out they
around
already
the
have a
whole
partner.
city. We have 7 places we can do it.
Right.
You can do it in the whole city.
Any bar a straight person walks into,
And,
they're like,
oops.
the whole bar is a potential.
But don't worry.
Well, half of it.
Well, yeah. And you don't get made fun of either. Like, you're
Like,
living your best
yeah.
life. So.
And there's so many of them that like the fat ones get the fat ones are around,
Right.
the skinny ones
And
who are
you know
anorexic
the-
have
you
that.
know the old
There's all the
ex-cheerleaders,
body
football
types. We don't even
players.
have all the body types usually. We
No.
go into AWOL or something. It's a mix.
Very big mix.
So you might not find your type.
Let me tell you, it's everybody and everybody, and I'm talking everybody, and
including the people in diapers, including the people you're like, why are you here?
Yeah.
But welcome.
so I did a full jerk session
Yeah.
in the morning. The next morning, I woke up early on
You'd have
purpose,
to.
and I was on the apps. I was like, boop,
Oh, I like that.
boop, bada boop, bada bing, bada boop.
You get another picture, you get his picture, a little video, short video, his Twitter page comes up.
Oh,
you go
no,
to your
maybe I
Twitter.
want to go to his and come over here. And I met a really hot ginger, uncut London originator, and he's very hot. And
That's a lot of descriptives, and none of them are things you really like.
I know, and I let him know that I was going to be back at the Virgin Hotel.
And he lives there.
Oh yeah.
So see, this is what we need.
I
We
met
need
somebody
ends.
who had an Emmy. I met somebody who Michael, Ian, all
What?
my friends follow. He hit me up and said, "You're fucking cute." And I go, Michael, because he had his Instagram. So I went to his Instagram and I said, "Oh, you're following this hot guy."
He has an Emmy?
Oh no, so that was the other guy.
What?
Yeah, he was in television or something. I know. I was like, I'm telling you,
Yeah, it's like it'd be so easy.
something
just to
is drawing me
fall into-
there.
yeah, I
I
think,
did hit up Miz,
Okay.
but I told
Really
him I was
busy,
being
or
a
he
shit
was-
show.
oh.
Yeah, like
you're
I,
just saying I'm going out and being crazy.
yeah, I'm like, I would love to see you if we run into each other. If you have, I don't know if he wants to see me, honestly.
You don't
and
wanna
that's
make-
okay.
well, and that's fine.
And,
He might
so I
be-
kind of am letting him like, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm here, but like I said, no pressure.
if we hung out, we'd have a blast, but I don't want him to like feel
I don't want to feel
obligated to
uncomfortable.
meet up.
He's
Yeah.
doing great in his
Right,
life,
he is,
so
yeah.
I'm sort of just like, I don't care.
People really miss the Miz. Like they still bring him
oh,
up.
people. I mean,
People bring him up. They're like, whatever happened to that third guy? I'm like,
he was great.
he was great.
I mean,
It
it
just
did get
didn't work
hard. It
together.
just got hard.
Yeah. You
So-
got hard too.
And I was very hard. So yeah, so that's my
So basically,
trip.
you are famous and should be in New York.
And something, I'm just gonna mark it right here. What's the date? May 20th, 2024.
I actually didn't know. I was like, tell me.
Something is gonna bring me there. I don't know what. I don't know how. Maybe it's this new party.
Probably
we're
an
gonna have.
airplane.
True. I'm not driving.
Yeah, I'm never gonna
You
drive.
fucking real? But maybe can I say again?
You just did.
we can have a party. Like, we'll do what this Goldilocks is, and we can get a venue in New York and advertise.
Yeah, easily.
And maybe make money just to be able to go there once a month. And that would pay for our trip there. And we were just like
we get 50 people there and they pay a $10 cover. Do the math.
It's $20 to Goldilocks. Oh, yeah. And there was 200. They said there was 220 tickets sold.
Right.
So what is, do the math. Can you do the math for me?
I can't.
Okay.
200 times 20? Is that what you said?
Oh, that's
so that would be 10 times 2. So you do 10 times 20. So 200 times 10, 2,000. Or times 2, 4,000.
20,000.
I can't do math.
Wait, is it $20,000?
Wait, what did you say again? How much?
It is 20,000. Oh, no, is it?
200 people
spend.
It's $400.
Yeah. That's not that much. It's got to be more than that, honey. No, that's not 400.
4,000. No, 400.
No, it's not 400, bitch.
Watch.
200 people paying $20 is not 400.
That's only times 2. You're right. It's so much.
40,000.
4,000. 4,000?
Can you just do the goddamn math? This has got to get cut.
200 times
20.
4,000. Yeah, it's not as much as we think. That's why when I.
But okay,
but it's more than 400.
But if it's 1,000 to rent the venue, we do our own marketing. That's $3,000.
I'd pay for a cup of night.
I'd pay for one day in New York. So
I know, literally, it's like, well, the hotel's $500 a night, and then the flights are apparently $400. It was like 62,000 points to get my flight. Well, because I did first class, but.
I can't believe first. It's such a short flight,
It's not
girl.
worth it.
It's not. You're not even getting a snack.
It's the checked bag for me. It's the larger size seat. It's the free drinks because I'm going to be chugging.
Well, when you're going in the morning,
I'm not going to chug.
You're doing
it's going to be at 7
You have to meet me. We gotta. We're
like I literally. Yeah, I'm like.
I want people to meet us.
They're gonna meet us.
No, I really want people to show up and show out.
I want Brandon.
Maybe we'll plan our first party.
Actually, yeah.
Ty, David, you're welcome. I do have some. I don't know where we're at.
These lights make me look so old.
I wrote 5-star hotel, not better than a Holiday Inn, but that's because I got the Priceline room. Let's get honest, it was not the room. I had no view. It was not cute.
But
they call it a 5-star hotel.
But you're like 5-star.
And I'm like a 5-star.
A Holiday Inn is a 5-star.
No, but I'm saying I would have been the same as a Holiday Inn. Like I was like, this is not that special.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That's the trick.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now.
Going
intermissions are a absolute abso-fucking-loot must in that goddamn city.
No,
it's an absolutely yes. You have to take a nap.
I'm sorry, or not even a nap, but like for me, it was
put your legs up, honey.
You need a moment of refuge when you're in New York City, about mid-afternoon,
air conditioning
or night, air conditioning,
laying down,
take your shoes off.
Yeah,
hello,
it hurts. Everything hurts.
If you need a shower because you've sweat all day walking around, shower,
clear up.
You can't roll through the fucking day and then be like, let's go have a nice dinner. You are dirty. The cars alone are putting out so much fucking pollution. You're getting covered in soot.
I was actually thinking
everywhere
that.
you walk. No, they've done studies. People who run in the city, they get worse lung function because of all the pollution than people who run outside.
I can see that.
It's just a
It's
mess.
kind of crazy because I was thinking everybody's dirty.
Everyone's
here.
dirty.
But I kind of like it.
Think
That's
of the bottom. Oh my god,
the bottom of their feet.
Bottom of their feet. You need an intermission.
Even the water, I'm kind of like, is this clean?
Yeah, they're like,
how
it
old are the
makes the
pipes?
pizza good. It's like,
how old are the pipes here?
I didn't even think of that.
How many
rats
levels are there below this place? Yeah, like,
it's so many.
Where are we at here?
There's a whole village of rats.
It's
down
crazy,
there, like huge.
But I love it.
Millions.
I fucking love it. Weren't you gonna say something?
I have other things. One thing I was thinking, and I'm worried. I want to see if this comes to fruition during Pride.
We're putting it out,
and then during New York City, and then if I need to get tickets, because I'm worried. I'm worried, honestly.
Okay.
I didn't think
Breaking
I'd get
news.
Here. I might be becoming a Troye Sivan gay. I know. I'm sorry, but there's some songs. I know he's an annoying butch bottom.
I can't do it. You'll be in your harness. We already talked about. We already talked about levels. You're gonna have your neon on. It's official.
I know, and that's why I'm not going to become that.
You kind of are.
I don't want to become a circuit gay.
Girl.
Some of these songs, though.
I mean, I have nowhere to talk. I just jerked off in a room with a bunch of fucking like elite
You're
bears.
You're going to become a circuit gay. I'm like, and what do they do?
I'm like
public?
in New York City, the elite bear party. Like, well, I mean,
$20.
I'm not gonna lie though.
Elite.
Well, no, the elite people.
Right. Yeah.
There ain't
in our category.
Let me tell you,
it's not Labatt.
I'm a cute Midwesterner there.
I know. I can't wait to be.
I have a listener question.
We'll see if I am. Okay, let's go through that. I'll save the thing. Yeah, I'm going to save it anyways. I have a big topic.
It could be your sundry.
No, it's way too big.
Okay, this is a quick thing, and it was
like a 30-minute discussion.
It's gonna be a quick answering question. The question is it worse to be in an emotional affair or a physical?
Emotional.
I say emotional as well, and I say it's worse actually for everybody because the two that are in love are tortured.
Yep.
The one that you actually love and married, you still love. It's hurt. It just hurts. The whole thing hurts.
Yeah, it's
and then
bad.
they're hurt, and you're hurt.
You feel
everyone's
betrayed.
hurt. Everybody's betrayed.
And it's like, and there's so much more involved in that emotional stuff. It's like, so you didn't get any. The physical thing is like, okay, you had sex with someone. A few
Okay,
times.
you
That's like
fuck
5 or 6 instances, even if it's that many times. But emotional, you start to question everything. You're like, the past 5 years, did you understand how I felt at all for 5 years?
Everything.
Yeah, so
like you said that to me.
So to me, and the corollary to that would be like, I think if you're in an emotional affair and you didn't even have sex, I think that's worse than if you met someone and had sex one time you were drunk after a bar one night, whatever, you hooked up with the person at work one time. That is not as bad as someone talking, texting, sending pictures, saying I miss you, all this other shit emotionally, even if you never meet in person.
I have to agree. Now, do you think, but okay, so let's look at it from the actual person who's being cheated on.
Okay.
What would they rather, though? What would you rather?
I would rather be physical. Oh, for sure.
I think, is that a gay answer, though, I wonder? That's what I'm questioning.
They're obsessed with the physical, the men and the women. Like, I think straight men view women as property, and so they're like, you violated my woman, my person, my wife. How dare you touch my wife?
We're going to talk about that next
week. When you hear that, how dare you touch my wife? I'm like, what's the difference if he touches your wife or abuses or hurts someone other? Like, what do you mean your wife? What is that? No one is my person.
Yeah, so you're not.
I don't own
property.
Right. It goes back to Harrison Butker. No, a woman's role is not to be your wife and mother. That's not her role. She's just a person like you. But straight guys get obsessive about it.
They do.
Everything is their property. My kids and my this.
My house. This is my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
What is that?
You're trespassing. Get off my property.
My property.
The the having to own everything. It gets so annoying to me. I'm like, I just showed up here. I didn't pick to be here. I don't really own anything. I'm gonna die and leave, and no one will remember me, and it's fine. I don't really. That's not bothering me.
It's not bothering.
But why are we saying my? It's not my husband, my kids, my.
It's so possessive. It's actually embarrassing. It's childish.
It's like, they're not yours. They're just
American.
Walking with you.
It's the American way.
It's American to have mine, to own.
Because I guarantee our European listeners
owner,
are
this
not.
Owner. Were they saying my? No. They don't treat their spouses the same way either.
The reason why we're a powerhouse is because we're selfish, and it's kind of gross because we act like we're better than everything. And
everything in America is individualism, even self-help. Think of that. They're trying to tell us that we can self-help our way out of this bullshit system that we live in, where everything is terrible and getting worse.
It's kind of like when people leave their babies to self-soothe. It doesn't work.
Yeah, we need community. We need a group of people to all realize the same thing.
Love is okay. Emotional is okay.
It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to be too much. It's okay to talk about your feelings. It's okay.
It is. It's insane, though, when you think about it. It's insane. This country is so... You
need to get control of your life. You need to do this. It's your fault. You need to... It's like... No,
we are literally put through the ringer to think that we're the worst and the best at the same time, and to continue to strive not to be
in the world.
And we teeter-totter. We're like, I'm not going to be the worst, but I'm going to try to be the best, but I'm not going to be the worst.
Everything is, if you don't succeed, it's your fault.
It's so dumb. And all we have to do is just say, like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
No, we're not playing these games. We don't have this feeling.
This is why they're going to TikTok.
No, it is. They don't want you to learn things.
So I have a topic I want to talk about next week, and I really want to talk about it because actually I want us to do something. There's a book out that I've been reading. So, long story short, I was listening to a podcast about a Russian spy. She was a sex spy. I'll link it. It's a Tenderfoot TV. It's something about she can murder a man after she seduces him. She was taught all these seduction stuff.
So like seduce, kill. Yeah. That's so
this
cool.
guy that did the podcast, he's like, somebody came up to him and said, "You'd be perfect for this." So I was like, "Why?" He kept talking about this book he wrote called The Game. And the FBI called him and said, "We want you to show us for 2 weeks how you." So anyway, I'm like, let me listen to this.
Out, kind
of.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay.
So what did I call it? What's it called?
The Game?
Yeah, The Game. Okay, so I start listening. There's a group of men, straight men on the online community, that they are pickup artists, and they have a whole fucking playbook. There's workshops that men pay for to go, and it works with women, and it's scary. And so this guy, he's a really nice guy, and it doesn't even sound like it's really him, but he's able to literally fuck any woman that he wants by just telling the same stories. It's a formula. And it freaks me out. And then I'm like, well, what's a gay version of that? So I think we need to write a gay version of the game called The Game.
I like that. See
the
what
JY.
works. We could do that. Well,
seduction in general is very interesting to me.
Is because I think women have been sold this lie of what a perfect man is, of what they do and how they provide and how they protect and all these stories of what they should be and how you're going to be happy once you are in that role of wife and mother. You are just going to be the happiest. You protect your man. You take care of your family. Mama bear. And so they have these men who run the game, obviously,
literally
know that women respond to that shit because they've been told to respond to it. And then they just
play with their emotions, and then they fuck them, and they never talk to them again.
But in an ideal world, a woman would realize you're being totally disingenuous.
Right.
Like, what you're doing is fake. It's fake.
But I almost wonder. I almost think they know it's fake, and that's why they're attracted to it. Because
this is the problem where we see all this diversity in government. You see a woman would never act like this in government. A black person would never do that in government. This is great that we have diversity. And then you see who's at the UN raising the hand to veto resolutions to stop a genocide. It's a black woman. You got all these other. You have women in power, and they play a role in it too.
And they know
get
their
benefits
role.
from
We
it.
all know our role.
It's not
and
that they haven't had a negative system.
We're so dumb.
Yeah,
we're so dumb because it's
privilege. They want the privilege. We do too. We would do it the same way. That's why there's gays for Trump. They want that extra little privilege. I know I'm gay, but if I play along in your game and I support that system you have, maybe I'll be okay and you'll get me through this.
And this is how
they don't want to get us through this. They'll drop us. We'll be the first to be dropped.
Honestly, they don't care. Well, I think it's gonna be the trans.
They'll be first.
Honestly, I think the gays are actually in a good standing right now.
I know we're
gays
much
and lesbians
better.
and the bis even are fine.
Yeah.
It's anything
if
after
they
that.
exist.
Yeah. Let's get honest. You're all gay.
We're canceled.
I don't give a fuck.
No. It's
So sundries. I'm gonna do a quick one.
Okay.
And I just thought of this
because I got to look it up.
now.
I got one. Yeah.
I just thought of this now.
Wait. Okay.
I've been talking a lot. I know.
Yeah. I had a big topic this week.
Well, then why didn't you talk about it?
Because it's a lot. It'll take too much.
An hour and 10 minutes already.
Yeah, that's sorry. It takes too much time.
I didn't really talk about my trip. I was talking about like.
No, I'm joking. I'm not being serious.
God.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just noticing.
We'll save it.
I'm saving it. Yeah.
I'm gonna come with the game seduction thing.
Okay.
I want to learn about seduction because remember the eye thing we were talking about
the triangle.
It's a real thing.
Me the
That's what the girl said.
I got
the Russian thing. It's you look in their eyes and you. Yep. These people.
I've got to learn this. I
can seduce people.
Okay.
So in this podcast, though, the guy that wrote the game is interviewing this girl. So it's his podcast of this Russian spy
who learned these techniques.
So she did something right away at the beginning. He goes, "Oh, I know that move," and was like, "She just did that to do this," and it's crazy.
So they both know that there's these techniques.
Correct.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I love it.
Like it's insane.
And she's like, "Yeah, that's so funny."
No, it's insane.
The quick little tap.
It's all. Yep. It's called anchoring, by the way. I'm gonna have a whole thing. So you say something like, think about the best time of your life. Just think right now. Let's just do a little exercise. You just say something like.
I did feel a little bit like.
So when you think about it, then any time that I'm like, so anyway, and I do this, and I go to your anchor point, which is where I was touching. This is why this for me.
For you, it does it. You bring seduced.
It's
straight dads.
Yep.
Straight dads are like, hey, Bobby,
I
want to raise you as my boy.
I'm telling you.
And you're like, yeah, I want to be your boy.
Suck your big
I
fat
want to be your
cock.
fucking boy.
But that is anchoring. So we're going to go through that next week.
That's creepy to me.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
It's fucking scary. Actually, I'm going to link the book because it's free on Spotify. If you pay for Spotify, they have audiobooks now. That's where I'm listening to it. And the podcast.
I'm kind of like, okay, I could read the book or the podcast.
Or both. And you better be ready to go next week.
Yeah, like,
there's me a test.
Like a fucking English teacher. Or
no,
both,
but
because we got a quiz coming up.
So okay, and just to wrap myself up,
wrap yourself up in your your 2 legs and 1 short.
Can you guys also reach out and tell me your seduction tips? What do you do to seduce somebody, and what seduces you?
I'm not saying he needs somebody needs that.
No, we're writing a book.
Oh.
We're going to write a book about it for gays. It's going to be the gay guy.
I feel like the podcast people already did. It's a book you told me to read.
Well, no, that's for, but it's on
you mean the game.
So the game
with
is
the Y.
straight.
The Y.
Right.
Yeah, we need the Y.
It's the male version to female, but I want male to male because I've heard the female to male, which is the podcast.
Okay.
I've heard male to female, but what would be the gay to gay? Because it's different. Because some people don't play. Who's playing the feminine role in the flirting? Is there a role in the flirting that's feminine? What is it all? So we're going to go through it. That's all.
I like that.
Thank you. So you have something to look forward to. So give me your tips. Just your tips.
Interesting.
In my hole. And then we'll go over your topic. Or your topic first, then mine. Listen, I'm a little off. I'm tired.
I love it. You're like, and then we'll go over your topic. I'm like, what topic?
I'm tired.
Girl, same. I'm so tired still. I'm like, what topic? What topic? And I got to eat.
Honey, I got to eat.
I have to drive.
She's got to. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I know. I feel fine.
Once you get in the car, crank it.
This is being presented as evidence in court. This recording. So you were with him just before that double murder homicide with his car.
Stop!
You'll be fine. And you're like accessory to murder.
And you take me down.
I take you down.
And we're both in the slammer.
That's how I bring you down.
We're both in the slammer running.
How's it feel being in prison, Bobby?
And we're finally famous.
Oh my God, it could be.
It's a story.
This could be the podcast that blew up, and they look for clues all along. They're like, they were always drunks.
They were always kind of.
They were always fucked up.
He was always on an edible. Look at
this
Bobby.
is what he did. Yeah. Oh my God.
I know, it's kind of scary. Our
For
whole
4 years they were like that. Oh, you know, that is weird. That is a part.
People know
is our original
us.
stuff still out there?
Oh yeah, people, and it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's so awkward. It's so weird.
I was so uptight then.
I was so scared.
I'm so scared.
So we're here. We're doing this show because we want to research the gay community. We're like, we just want to hear ourselves talk,
Such
girl.
as in the maps and
we
such.
just want to hear ourselves talk,
literally, that's
and
the
we've
only
learned
reason.
how to talk.
We're talking now.
Girl.
We're talking now.
Sundry for you.
Sundry, I'm kind of sick of straight guys who act like they're okay with gay guys, but they're really not.
Okay, and they're probably just doing it for their girlfriend or like
yeah,
their
because
job.
who's around? Like it's all right, but you can always joke. You can joke with me. It doesn't bother me. And then
in public,
2 weeks later, when you're alone with him and you might make a joke or something like that, he doesn't like it and he's angry. Or you hear through his wife down the road that actually he doesn't like when you say this type of thing or a certain phrase. Yeah,
that's news.
And I'm like, well, 3 weeks ago he was okay with joking around.
Are we talking about? You got in trouble after?
Remember I sent that video?
Yeah, you got in trouble.
No, not today, but I did like 3 weeks ago, and I got in trouble. Well, I didn't get in trouble, but when the wife,
you know what you're saying.
When the wife tells
what
you,
are you
like,
saying? I can cut this me off the record.
Okay, or should it be?
What were you saying to him?
Okay, but I didn't say any. And that's where I'm like, no, I didn't say to him anything. I
like,
just
my
called
cock.
him. You want to see this veiny, throbbing cock? And she's like, he didn't really like when you talked about your cock.
Respond well to that.
And I'm like, what's that? He didn't like
He's
that.
like, when I say my veiny cock.
My pussy is so hot, by the way. Like, my pussy is putting off heat.
Same, honey. This is a furnace
I just
down
looked at this
here.
up and I was like, oh God, this is a heated blanket.
Our pussies are on fire.
Okay.
What did you say? You're not getting out of this. What did you say?
No, it's what I have been saying from day one. I always have called him daddy.
And he doesn't like it.
Apparently. Well, he doesn't. Not that he doesn't like it, but he just like he thinks it's weird. I feel like he thinks it's weird. He's like, it's so strange that he calls me Daddy Matt. Why would he do that? Leah basically told me, she was like, I love that you make him squirm. He always hates that you say it. Didn't I forget how she phrased it, but basically I feel like he hates it.
So
it makes him uncomfortable. I'll say that. And so then Leah was like,
yeah, well, you know what makes me uncomfortable? Your dick out while you're just like walking around.
Right.
Bitch.
Well, he didn't. He
was a free baller.
He was free balling.
Free balling.
Free balling. And actually, though, the reason I call him that is not anything related to me sexually wanting him.
It's because he has a dog that your dog plays with.
Exactly. Because Penny sees
Moose.
In order to calm Penny down and make her okay with people, make her okay with other people, you have to be like, that's a nice person, or like, because she'll bark at people walking by.
Nice.
So unless I look out the window, I'm like, that's Daddy Sean, she'll stop barking if I say that, because Sean lives across the street. Or Daddy Jason. If you say those names, she knows Matt as Daddy. If I'm like, Daddy's home, she gets so excited.
They know Daddy. We're both Daddy.
So
it's weird,
because they know Daddy is a good thing. Then when I transfer to other people at work, Penny calms down. Like, Daddy Mason. She'll be like, oh, and roll over on her back.
I think it's really interesting that somebody, and I don't think they listen. Do they listen?
What?
Are they listeners?
I don't think they are. That's why I'm like, I don't really give a fuck.
Well, I mean, the scenario is interesting, though, because it goes back to the Harrison kicker to me. It's like you
when
can't
you're
handle somebody
with something.
calling.
Right.
Here's
Why
an
not?
idea.
Why not?
First of all, Why don't you say to him yourself?
Well, there's the other.
Say like, I hate when you say that.
And that's a whole separate thing.
Like, be like, hate when you
or
say
just
that.
Be like,
It
don't
makes
call me that. Or just jokingly, don't call me that, man.
Yeah,
stop.
Or, but like,
in a nice way.
You could easily be like, it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay.
I don't like the word daddy because it makes me uncomfortable. Okay, cool.
If he said it was uncomfortable or made him uncomfortable, I would immediately.
But then
I'm not
the wife
an
has to
asshole.
come
if
over and be like,
anyone says they're uncomfortable from something I'm doing.
He's just not feeling very comfortable.
Well, and when she came and said it, though, she was also blacked out. So it's like, I don't really know if it was.
Might not even. She's uncomfortable, not him.
She's uncomfortable, not him. You know what I'm saying?
I hate neighbors, and that's what I was interested in your family.
That I went to the block party.
I'm like, you guys are all in a cul-de-sac. It's
I
like,
know. Well, one-way street. When you close off the one end, it's a one-way street.
One-way street, babe.
Actually, though, we had to put up barriers on both ends because people still drive down a one-way. Every day, probably one person. Wow. How dumb are they?
Dumb.
I honestly said we should put up. You know those tire shredders that they have at the airport. I want to put them up. I'm not fucking kidding.
And the opposite way,
it will stop a car. It will shred the tires.
I know those things are weird,
so
and it really freaks me out
if
going
you're
over
going
them.
that direction, you're doing it right. So you're fine.
It freaks me out though still every time.
Oh, I do too. I'm always like, what if I reverse a little bit, roll back? I'm always like, what if I roll back? Is it neutral? Oh my god!
Same, sis.
And that's been another episode.
Oh wait, I didn't have a sundry.
You already did your sundry.
What was my sundry?
You just went over it. Yeah, the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well,
you didn't?
No, a mini sundry would be, I don't like people who can't wipe down their goddamn bar and it's sticky when you're trying to eat. That's it. Quick and easy.
Dirty tables at a restaurant.
Don't use
for
that goddamn rag again.
Oh, they have it in their fucking belt.
They're like,
and then they rub everything with it.
It really kind of concerns me.
Why are we rubbing everything with it?
It concerns me watching people clean tables.
Should be paper towels. It should be bleach.
We need
bleach wipes.
These are... Yeah,
my French fry might fall on that, and then I'm supposed to eat it.
How many people have you pushed around our sweat and our tears and our blood and all the stuff?
It's like handkerchief. This is a handkerchief rule.
Yes,
they don't exist. They shouldn't exist.
They
My grandpa had a handkerchief, and I was always like, "Why do we keep saying handkerchief?"
I'm gonna throw up.
I think we said handkerchief.
It's
handkerchief.
Handkerchief. That's what I
think we. Sal, you're from the fucking handkerchief. Bring me my handkerchief, honey. Mallory,
that's the weirdest. If
Mallory,
you say that word 5 times
handkerchief
and tell me it's the weirdest word I've ever heard.
It's a fake word. It's like handkerchief. Even handkerchief. It's like handkerchief.
I can't.
What does hanker mean? Is that the blowing of the part?
I don't know, but it's disgusting.
This is the hankering. And
imagine.
My grandpa had one every day.
So
every day he had to. And my grandma would be folding. That was the loudest blow.
And you're like, oh my God, what is that from the factory?
We're all sitting around the table like, I remember all of us kids were like.
Now they were living in a different way. Coal was big and like.
They couldn't afford tissues. I mean, you had to use cloth. They're not buying, they didn't even have tissues. It was always cloth. Cloth everything until when? I don't know, the 60s, 70s, like, girl.
I can't wait until we get rid of cloth blankets and just have paper ones. Disposable blankies. Actually, it's kind of.
If you spill, you throw it away.
Honestly, as long as it keeps me warm.
I'm tired of washing things.
Same, just throw it away.
Like Matt got a stain on my German milled $280 blanket. It's a wool blanket. Feels great.
German milled.
I don't know if that's
the kids of Cambodia.
Is it a mill?
I have the same story. Our puss blankets are made by the children of the killing fields of Cambodia.
I was like, well, I have a German family who's owned this for 400 years, and it's Brooklinen. It's not some fancy brand, but I know you've never heard of Brooklinen.
The way that you just said Brooklinen and giggled to me.
Because I'm looking at you, I'm like, it's
Brooklinen.
This is Cambodia, and trust me. So I'm like, it's Brooklinen. It's a brand that you don't have.
Honey,
girl, I'm not trying to shit on you, but
girl,
it's Brooklinen.
The way and when I laugh right now, it hurts right here.
Wait.
In my,
oh, yeah, it's tight.
Yeah.
That's fucked up here.
Yeah, it hurts.
What is that?
It's probably just like a swollen
lymph node. It's cancer.
And that's been another episode of Not Well.
Bobby has Hodgkin's lymphoma.
I have literally an hour and 22 minutes to edit.
You'll be able to do it.
I'll do it fine. Anyway, make sure you give us a call,
614-721-5336.
336. And tell us your seduction moves.
We need some tips.
Do we need anything to prep for your topic?
Actually, I might be taking a test.
Oh, I know exactly what it's autism. Yep.
Yes.
You're gonna fuck me.
You knew I was going to take a test.
Yep.
Why?
Because I'm autistic too, probably.
I can't do it.
We're genderqueer.
I honestly think we are.
We're autistic genderqueers.
This is a hint for next week, but I'm really getting nervous.
So everybody research.
Last night I had a period of hours where I was sitting there like thinking through my whole.
But honestly,
life. I went through my
we're gonna
whole.
be really sensitive though.
But I went through my whole
think
life.
maybe being gay is autistic.
There's an overlap. I think there's.
I think there really is because a lot of gays are
overlap.
When you look at the people, you're like, why are you so fucking awkward? Why do
we've always said look at our partners, but now it's time to look at us.
Look at us.
We've always said look at them, but not look at us.
It's time to look in the mirror.
And I was like,
we're just on the higher spectrum.
And
we're on the
let
spectrum.
me just give another hint.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if our parents secretly were like, he's doing great. He's got a partner and they live together, but like they were so worried about me growing up because I was autistic. What if I didn't know it though? What if I didn't know?
What if they're like, oh, he's
the whole
doing
time?
No,
what if I've been talking about my whole life?
Listen,
I
yes,
can't.
Because
okay, I'm excited.
okay. I have to just type.
We need to write.
You just activated another memory.
Yep. Core memories. I couldn't read. Oh wait, I gotta write this down.
This is really
well, anyway.
bad.
Please follow us and make sure you subscribe. Good night and have a great week.
Yes. Oh, your neck. We gotta go massage. Oh my god, it's 8:30.
I know it's too much.
Girl, you gotta go to bed. I can't even write.